What's the deal, my people? You know it is the Don Tony Teflon. I'm back at you with another one. I am with. I always do it wrong. Wait,
We're
wait.
there
There
we
you
go.
go. I am with
Hey
the
Tony.
lady Lamar rocking with
Hey
me tonight.
everyone.
What's going on, El?
I'm telling you, this is like a cure. And we were just talking for a couple of seconds right
Mhm.
before. And I put my phone away with my work stuff. I'm like, okay, I can relax
That's
now.
right. And
They're
when
waiting for me.
Ella,
I'm good.
perfect. And when Lamar in the building, you know what it is. Now listening to the sexiest podcast in the world, Don Tony Teflon and the lady Lamar. I missed you. I'm glad everything is good. We'll say what up to a
Yeah.
couple of people who are joining us here in the chat. We got the one, the only Carla Way rocking with us. My brother from another mother, Muhammad, is up in this piece. May Kent is up in. I put this thing in dark mode all of a sudden. Now I'm regretting that I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Horror fan is up in the building rocking with us. The Shorty Poo. Sorry for me to see these things. Shorty Poo is up in the building rocking with us. My sister Coley Cole is in the building rocking with us, and yes, that's my real life sister. That sister is in the building rocking with us. Julia Barbara is up in the building rocking with us right now. My man Ty is up in here. Jason H is up in here. Prime is up in here. Peter Griffin is rocking with us. Veronica is here. Dwayne is up in this piece. The Casanova Pugilist is up in here. Andrew West is in here. Jen Burrows is in here. Craig is up in here. I'm gonna say last name, bro. Craig's good. We can just rock with that. The Real Rebel is up in here rocking with us. I've got a bunch of people in here. Thank you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way in. You know what I mean? I know people be forgetting sometimes, like, God damn, I thought I was hit the thumbs up right. Try to hit it on your way in, so that way you get spread out to more people and everything else. I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up to the from Mega Stream that I did last week, and I had a bunch of other YouTubers on here. Let me shout out to all the YouTubers who came through. The movie blog, the Jeremy of Ice and Fire, and we had real nigga theories, and of course Phil Issues guys was rocking with us. And E-Man, he was up in here rocking with us, and it was a real good time. I think everybody enjoyed it and stuff. And we talked about getting together and doing another one and stuff. And we're gonna have other people, other creators on too and stuff like that. So we rotating people around and stuff. So we can't have too many people on, because I know this thing takes 10 people, but you can't have a conversation with 10 people, and it just doesn't work. I've done it before. It's just not a good street in the end. I think 6 to 7 is the max that you could actually have.
And you can pull that off, Tony. We know that.
I
Yeah.
tried my best.
Yeah.
So
You're a great host.
I try to do. I try. All right, let's talk about some things in this show from season 2. There are, from the beginning, Elamar,
Hmm.
we have heard nightmare, like the creatures are considered the
Yeah.
nightmare creatures. People say in a bad dream. Jay said before that he thought that, he thought that the theme of this escape room that he thought was in was a dream type, a nightmare type thing. Is there any validity to these dream situations? Is this a dream world, or some type of
Hmm.
dream, some type of projection that's actually going on here? Do you think that could be the case in here?
I could see that being the actual case for the entirety of it. I mean, from what we saw, Tabitha woke up in a way. Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what happened to her body. We haven't seen the after, but the way everything looks, and even if she actually fell, and so I mean, there were no in like deathly. That was a huge fall, and
Huge
she just
fall.
literally woke up. There's no, I mean, she woke up somewhere, right? So wherever that is. But yeah, I do see that as possibility of a dream. uh the whole melody thing in the background, it's
Mm-hmm.
just too much. Like it could be a dream, especially in a dream. Some people are able to dream what they want to dream or
Mm-hmm.
what they need to dream. So maybe these people I don't think they're a bunch of masochists where they want to dream all this pain, but something in them is making them dream it, if that is actually a dream world. This
Yeah,
is for their benefit or of growth or going through something, getting over something. You have to go through it. So this is their way of going through it. Maybe.
yeah, like, you know, when you look at the whole situation, like, again, they have brought up dreams since season one, over and over again, right? You see
Hmm.
dream catchers in there. They name the creatures, the people of the show, the nightmare creatures. Now,
Yeah.
that could be taken two different ways. That these are creatures from a nightmare, or is this all a little boy's nightmare
Mm.
that is now projecting this into the real world, into this world? Are they all living out? And this is his night, their nightmare creatures, because these are the ones that are
Hmm.
him and stuff, you know. So,
That could be
you
it
know,
too.
Carlaway says Kenny would dream up some ass. I'm sure he would if it was his dream, but he's stuck in the dream. It's not
Right.
his dream. Veronica, it is. Is it a shared dream? So it would have to be.
Like a forced shared dream.
It would have to be like a force,
Mm.
and like somehow this person, if there is some type of dream, had the ability to project his dream into this world, and somehow
Hmm.
they are stuck into this now. Whether that's technology that allows him to do something like that, we wouldn't know. But it, I just think that when you look at things, yeah, it could be an exception type situation. So in the movie,
And that's interesting that there's some stuff like that. But I want, is it, do you think it's, from what you just saw really quickly, is it something that is reliable or is it just, what do you think?
yeah, it's reliable. It just
Mm.
seems like it is and stuff like that. Like we have to see it. All right, let's go through it. All right, all right, y'all asking for it. So I mean, we've done this before. We've done it before. So
And Tony, I'm gonna have to go in a few. So I
you want
know.
you want me to do this after you go, so you don't know,
Yeah, no, yeah, actually, not even for that.
huh?
But yeah. So I will, again. I, like we spoke just before the stream. I would have to go in a bit, so I think I'm at the time where I have to go.
Okay.
But I think I'll wait with the spoilers though. Like
You
I
want to
want to
see
be
it right
surprised.
now?
Yeah.
You don't want to see the
I
spoiler?
don't want. I don't want to see it, but people want to see it. So I would say it again. My cat is being my cat right now, so I know I have to go.
Okay.
But please, the people are here and they're here for the spoilers. From what I see, yeah, give us the spoilers. RC says so.
All
I
right.
know they're gonna enjoy it.
All right.
But
Elamar, I
thank
love
you,
you.
Tony.
You know that.
It's
And
always a pleasure
thank
being
you
here,
for
Tony.
rocking with me and everything else. And Elamar will be back. You know,
Mhm.
we'll take her out with as it goes.
Awesome.
As we do. Here we go.
Thank you.
So my girl, oh, I'm too close to you. Give me back. Give me back. Pull me back. All right. All right. Listen, man. This is some spoiled shit. This is going to basically tell us what's going to happen on each episode. Do y'all really want to know what's going to happen each episode? I mean, I don't want to do it to you if you don't want to know. So I'm not buying a T-shirt till the White Sox beat the Yankees again. Yes, people, they got yes and no's here. Yeah, it is yes and no's. All right, all right, all right. We'll do the first four. Let's do the first four. That's a compromise. All right, let's do the first four. All right, let's present it. Let's take a look. How do I bring it back? I think it's, which one is it? This one. All right. All right. I go through here. It's the same screen. All right. Did it change to that screen? Let me see. All right, it did. All right. So it says, let me get rid of this one because that's wrong. All right, so it says Boyd feels the town slipping away from him as the weather grows colder and residents get more desperate. That's not that bad. We could have all figured that out. All right, episode 2, When We Go. It says, why did that enable ads for Rotten Tomato? Why is that jumping on my screen? I don't want to enable. Why do I enable ads? You didn't give me no damn. I don't want to put the ads up. Why is it doing that to me? Click the icon shield to the address bar. Change tracking prevention from block default to off. I don't know what that is. Let me see if it's going to do it again. I want to support you. All right, I'll just go from here. It says Boyd struggles to find the path forward as the town residents say farewell to one of their. Yeah, this is gonna spill the whole beans on it. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is gonna spill the whole beer, the whole beans. I mean, yeah, one of their, it's one of their what, one of their own. So obviously, as I said, this is going to be someone's dying in the first episode. You have to turn as blocker off. I don't know how to do it. Turn off the blocker, ads blocker. Won't let me do it. Why is it gotta turn off the blocker? Where is the blocker? I don't see the blocker. Enable ads for Rotten Tomatoes. We ask you kindly to disable your ad blocker. This will only affect the ads. Where is the ad blocker? Where is it? I don't see my ad blocker. Click on the shield icon on the left of the address bar. Where is the shield icon? I don't see it. There is no shield icon. Change prevented to default or block. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it was helpful. Now get out of here. Oh, ad blocker plus. Ad block. Man, I ain't got time for this shit. It's too much. It's too much. I will just, you know what I'll do? I will just read it in the upper right corner. I don't see. Is it really where here? This says Copilot. All right, I don't see it. So what I would do is it's I don't see it. I can't see. I can't find. What I'll do is I'll read them to you. How about that? I could do it from my phone. It does that on my phone. So I'll just read them to you. Is that better? I don't even need that thing then. So we just go to here. I'll read them all to you instead of showing it to you. All right. I don't know how to turn off ad blocker, man. All right. So it says number 2. It says here it goes. Ready? Boyd struggles to find the path forward as the town says farewell to one of their own. Fatima's health takes a turn for the worst. Tabitha finds help from an unlikely ally. That's what it says there. All right. So again, Boyd struggles to find a path forward as the town says farewell to one of its own. So to me, I told you that Kenny's mom is going to die. One of their own dies. It doesn't say who, but it says the town says farewell. So someone who is important to the whole town, who would be more important than her? I think that's what she does. Fatima's health takes a turn from the worst. we seen her inside of the trailer with the bloody mouth. I think that's going to be, the bloody mouth situation going on there. Tabitha finds help from an unlikely ally. I would think that 100% that's probably Victor's father, that we don't know is Victor's father. But I do believe it's Victor's father. I think that's what's going on there. I'll stop whenever y'all want me to stop. So that's episode 2. Episode 3. We said we'll do at least 4. All right. So episode 3, it says, Kenny leads a group into the forest in search of food. Boyd and Ellis try to talk Boyd out of a dangerous plan. Tabitha makes a mind-bending discovery. Fatima questions the welfare of her unborn baby. All right. So Kenny leads a group into the woods for a search of food. I think I told you I thought that was going to happen. We see them out there. I think that's when they're going to find those statues and stuff. We've seen that in the trailer. Donna and Ellis try to talk Boyd out of a dangerous plan. I don't know what this plan could be that Boyd came up with that's dangerous. What could that be? Tabitha makes a mind-bending discovery. So big Tabitha episode here in episode 3. Big Tabitha episode going down here. Something, she's going to find something. I mean, look, I think it's gonna be in that thing. So it might be a continuation from episode 2. Tabitha finds the ally near the end of episode 2. Like she makes it to the house, and in episode 3, we see the results of what happens in that house. That's the way I would think that would mean. All right, so that's 3. Wait a second. We said we do 4. So let's go to episode 4. All right. Episode 4. All right. Boyd is forced to make a tough decision when newcomers arrive in town at nightfall. Victor unearths memories from the past in hopes to finding answers. All right. This is all right. This is real. Now, you watch my last video. I told you that Tabitha would be in that discovery. This has got to be the ambulance that comes in there with the cop. I said that I thought that Tabitha would be inside this ambulance. And he says Boyd's forced to make tough decisions when newcomers arrive in town at nightfall. So I think that it's going to be a situation where he's got it, she's got the keys. She's like, you can't save them all. And I think that could be the tough decision. Victor unearths memories from the past in hopes to finding answers. That we've seen Victor digging in a hole. So that's what they mean by unearthing. He's digging in a hole. He's going to find something in that hole this episode. That's something from the past. All right, that's episode 4. All right, now episode 5. Episode 5. Do y'all want to know what it says in episode 5 or no? Why stop here? Do them all. All right. Let's keep going. Episode 5. Victor must face a painful reminder of his past. Julie looks for ways to cope with her trauma. Boyd struggles to keep the town safe as the residents begin to question his judgment. Tabitha tries to adjust to her new surroundings. So maybe she doesn't make it back in that ambulance. or maybe she has made it back and she's trying to adjust to it. It could go both ways here. Could go both ways here, or could mean the Tabitha don't make it back in an ambulance. Could be one or the other. Could be one or the other. Victor must face a painful reminder of his past. I would think that would have to do with the dude who has the dummy. Julie looks to cope with her trauma. What trauma would Julie have? Yeah, it doesn't look like, I'm be honest, doesn't look like Tabitha is in the ambulance. I may have got it wrong here. I may have got it wrong. Maybe she's not in there. We'll see. It doesn't seem like she's not. Maybe I'm it could be adjust to a new surrounding. She could be up in that motherfucker. But it does sound like she might not be in there. It does seem like Julia Barber's theory could be right and mine could be wrong. We'll see. But I can't. That's what it says. I'm just going by what it says. Can't fight it. Can't fight it. All right, that's episode 5. Episode 6, scar tissue. Fatima and Ellis make a big decision about her pregnancy. Boyd fears for the future of his family. Tensions rise in the Matthews house. Randall opens up to Marielle about his fears. All right, so listen, if she's back, Tabitha, it could be tensions rising from there, or it could be something else. Fatima and Els make a big decision about the pregnancy. Is it some type of abortion or something else going on here? Something's going on here. The baby killing her or something like that. Did they got to do some type of from land abortion and get rid of the baby? And Randall opens up to Marielle about his fears. Marielle is Christy's girlfriend. All right. That doesn't give away too much. That's episode 6. I'm getting to the nitty gritty here. Episode 7, These Fragile Lives. All right. It says, the edges begin to fray as concerns about Fatima's pregnancies deepen. All right. So Fatima's pregnancy is going to be a huge thing this season. They've already talked about it in 4 different episodes. All right. Jade follows a clue trail into the forest. Julie and Randall seek a bit of normalcy. Is Randall going to be hitting Julie? She's too young for Randall to be hit. He can't be scraping that. Why'd it go away? Why'd it go away? Wait a second. Oh, yeah. What is this? There you go, son. All right. Yeah. I'm scared to go on. But we're going to go on. All right. Episode 8. Accusations start to fly and truths come to light in the aftermath of a tragedy. All right, so we've heard a lot about Fatima. I don't see it. Is the tragedy that Fatima dies. Victor struggles to recover long-buried memories about the town's past. Julie and Ethan search for answers about the mysterious ruins in the woods. Accusations start to fly as truth comes to light in the aftermath of a tragedy. So there's a tragedy. In the aftermath, accusations start to fly. Someone's blaming some accusations are flying. That means someone's blaming someone for something. All right. No mention of Tabby in the last 3 episodes. No mention of her at all. So something that has a tragedy. I would think that it probably has something to do with this, with the pregnancy. It's she might die. Accusations could be the mole. You're correct. It could be a situation like that. It could be the mole. But it does say tragedy. To me, it makes me sound like Fatima's going to die because of the baby. Victor struggles to recover long buried memories about the town's past. Julie and Ethan, brother and sister, search for answers about the mysterious ruins in the woods. So they're going to find ruins in the woods. They didn't mention this earlier. So there's going to be ruins in the woods, unless they're talking about the ruins that we've seen Boyd go into. And Ethan and Julie are searching for answers for that now. Okay. All right. That's episode 8. So now we are at Revelations chapter 1. It doesn't say a lot. It doesn't say a lot. It says, so I am reading the Rotten Tomatoes description of each episode, what they put out about each episode, reading it here. The episode 9, the residents of a small. Listen to this, all right? It says, the residents of a small town search for a way out when unknown forces keep them from leaving. Now, are they talking about the people in the town themselves? Because it says the residents of a small town search for a way out when unknown forces keep them from leaving. Would they say that about the people we know, or is this some other residents in some other small town? It says the residents of a small town. Why would they say that about that if we're talking about our people? Flashback does seem, the man in black, it does seem like it could be a flashback, does say something. Let me look at the last one. Episode 10. Let me look at that one. All right. So it has the exact same thing for episode 10. The residents of a small town search for a way out when unknown forces keep them from leaving. All right. So they're giving you this. It's a generic description. They're not trying to give it away. They don't want to give that away. So we know that so the residents, it's them. It's not a different small town. It's them. And the only thing we know is that they're trying to get out and unknown forces are trying to keep them in. So they're just trying not to give away those last 2 episodes and everything else. Again, we don't hear anything after Tabitha in the description, right? After episode 3. Which makes me think Tabitha is back. Because up until, I'm telling you, I feel 100% she is in that ambulance. She's going to be in that ambulance. Because it says straight up, every episode, they talk about Tabitha, they talk about her. And then after that episode, when they come back, she's not in any description at all. Tabitha's not dead. Nothing's going to be good. She's just not there, right? Unless she's already up in the town and she's already there. It would make sense, because when she was on her own separate mission, they were talking about her. And now they just don't bring her up at all. So I think she is going to be in that. And I'm sticking with that. I think she's going to be up in there. I think she's going to be in there. And listen, I can't see them doing. Wait, unless she's locked up somewhere else and everything else. But I do think she's going to be in there. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. Yeah, they don't say anything about the newcomers. They just say straight up that Boyd has to make a decision, and that's it. Again, it's going to be the key dangling moment and stuff. So from what I've taken from this, reading this right here, is that the ruins have something significant to do with it. We know that already. If it's the same ruins that we talked about Martin earlier, was there. The original episode title list was wrong. Episode 1 is called Shattered. It wasn't posted like that in the list. And episode 2, an episode called the final episode 2 called Revelations. Let me see. 1 second. Episode 1 Shattered. Episode 2 When We Go. Last episodes are Revelations chapter 1 and Revelations chapter 2. That's what it was on the other one, but I'm not sure if the other ones were the same thing. Mousetrap is episode 3. There and Back. Look, let's go. There and Back. There and Back is what this episode is called, episode 4. And it says Boyd is forced to make a tough decision when newcomers arrive at town in nightfall. Right? What makes sense for this episode to be called There and Back? Right? The newcomers, they wouldn't make that distinction of there and back. The only one who would have been there and back is Tabitha. And the saying Boyd makes a tough decision when newcomers arrive in town at nightfall. There and back would be Tabitha, who was there and back. And that's what it is. I'm telling you, Tabitha returns in episode 4. She's going to be in that ambulance. I guarantee it. You can hear it right here. There and back. Who else is that going to be? She's I told you in my video, they're bagging her up in that ambulance. That's why the cop is up in there, and she's gonna be in that ambulance, and she's gonna be back. Guarantee it. And now I know for a fact that that's the way it's going down. Guarantee it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm the dime, baby. I'm the dime, baby. I'm the dime. This is what it is, baby. I'm trying to tell you. That's what it is. That's what there and back it is. And it's saying that the Tabitha's it says the next episode says that she's trying to make adjustments for a new situation. She's probably trying to cope with that. She's fucking back and fucking losing her mind that she's really back because she was out. And that's what it's going to be, man. I'm telling you. Quote the Don, nevermore. That is what it is. She is there and she's back. That's what it is. Is this censorship? No, y'all want to call me up? Let me get the phone line up real quick. 1 second. I'll put the phone line up for you. You want to call? There's no censorship here. What are you talking about? 1 second. Let me get this thing popping for you. I mean, you can put the phone lines up right now. I got time. I didn't have it. If people are trying to get in there, I didn't have it up yet. So I'm sorry if that was it. I'm putting it up right now. 1 second. Let me see. I had to refresh it. I'm sorry. I had to refresh. There we go. Back to that. And then boom. All right, phone lines are open. If y'all want to call and talk about that, phone lines open. All right, y'all know the phone number. Y'all got the phone number. Y'all 518-290-0848 is the number. Call me up and we could talk about what we just heard and everything I just told you. But I'm telling you, I know. Listen, I know y'all like Toad's gonna be wrong in this. He gonna be wrong in this. Now, listen. You gonna have to start saying that Dom is right on this thing. Tabitha coming back in that ambulance, baby. You know, this is what I do. This is what I do. I'm trying to tell you, this is what I do. This is what I do. Come on, I'm telling you, she there. And it's gonna be aliens in the end. I'm telling you, baby, this is what it is. This is what it is. She up in that bitch. I'm trying to tell you. That's what we're gonna be. There's no doubt about it in my mind. You know what I mean? That's just where it goes. Y'all asked me to open up the phone lines. Ain't no one calling, man. But what are you waiting for? We're waiting for. Huh? She's coming back that night. I guarantee she's gonna be in it. But why Eloise didn't get back too? What happened to her? We have no proof that Eloise is gonna be in this season at all. We have no idea if she's gonna run into Eloise or anything. I think she is. I think she is, but they ain't do nothing like that. We ain't got anything. We have no proof of that. So we gotta wait and see. But there is no mention of that. And look, they gave away some stuff, but they doing their best not to give away stuff. Again, especially for the last 2 episodes, they have nothing there but something generic and stuff like that. So, but this is what it's going to be in the end when it's all said and done. But I'm you're calling right now. You're not calling right now because I have the thing open right now. Let me see. It's not ringing or nothing. Let me refresh it again. Your brother, my friend, call. 1 second. Let me see something. Set. Here we go. All right. Let's go. Let's answer the first one.
Call from.
I got the magnanimous.
KP, what's going on? 708. I'll call right back. KP is on the line. I'll take the call. All right. Let's. What is it, KP? What's my brother? What's going on, bro?
I mean, I'm just here, enjoying the show. A lot of interesting questions come up. A lot of hints. A lot of what it seems. It seems there are a lot of Easter eggs around the place, But I think we're getting closer and closer to shit. We might even have this goddamn thing solved before the series starts.
Yeah.
To be honest, the way y'all going, like I said, I'm not doing very much theory crafting on from at all. I don't think I have the mental space, the mental bandwidth for it, because like I could see like I think quite frankly I think it sent our friend Taran a little bit loopy, you know what I mean? Like to be honest, which in a good way, because like I said, I always say, I hope to God like that story that he thinks from is, I hope one day he writes that story, because that will be way better than from. But yeah, like the theory crafting for this has sent a couple people insane, and I would like to keep my marbles where they are, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're out here. I'm actually my wife came back, and she brought me this Moroccan hookah machine. And I've been hookering ever since.
Okay.
And
I got 2 hookah machines myself. My ex used to do it. I don't do it. She used to do it. I still have them in here and everything else in my house, though.
Well, you should get. Listen, maybe you should get back into it, because
I never was into it. She used to like doing it. I never was into it.
I was never a huge fan, but like it makes it. I don't know if it's because it's all this original stuff from Morocco or whatever, but it makes me feel nice and loose.
She used to She used to use an apple for the top of it.
Oh yeah, people do all sorts of things.
Yeah, she used to put an apple in there and everything. Kim Merriweather, can someone put the phone number up there? KP, I got a bunch of people calling, and I'd love to keep you, but
I understand. Like I said, I mean, listen, everybody have a good night. I'm still watching the next couple of couples, and again, we look forward to having this show come on, and perhaps we might have it solved before it's that well started. So I'm on the sidelines for this one, just enjoying the game.
All right, brother. Peace out. I love you.
Yeah,
Julia Barber, okay, Tony. It does sound like Tabitha probably comes back in the ambulance, but you gotta admit, I put you onto the Knox County, and the ambulance in the Cameron, Mass is Knox County 100%. I said that in my video, girl. You heard me make the theory up live on air. I made it up with you on live on air, and you sparked that theory out of me by the stuff you said. I said it in the
Call
video.
from
Kimberly.
What's going on? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon.
Hey, Tony.
Hi, how are you?
I don't know if anybody brought it up, but I'm a big fan of. I'm on Reddit a lot. Hold on, let me turn this down. Someone on Reddit theorized that somebody in town has killed monsters before. It's just from
They
Hack,
the
Apprehensive 1992, and he has receipts. Apparently, Victor has a drawing of the cicadas in a pot and worms around the bowl.
All right, so there is
around the pot.
There is a drawing of a pot that Victor made. I don't know if we could say there's cicadas in there, but there is a pot that there is now. What he's saying that they used that to kill monsters before?
Yeah. So he first said, "Well, there's 3 people. There are 2 dead, and Martin was the only one still alive."
Yeah.
And he said, Victor drew a picture of a pot with worms around the pot, and then inside the pot were cicadas. And at first I thought, well, maybe he could see in the future. He could see that this is going to happen, but he makes a really good point about the 2 other people that died that probably had worms as well, like Martin. And they were still, they would be alive, but for the worms. And he has the pictures of there's scenes from the ballerina that are very interesting. There's one scene where everybody remembers the first scene of the ballerina where she's dancing inside the church.
Yep.
And when she stops dancing, worms come out of her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another scene where she's dancing inside the clinic and she grabs Boyd from behind and grabs his wrist and shows him his own hand. And then she pushes him down on the bed and she covers his mouth. And the person that posted it, she was showing him how it happened before, because he cut his hand and he covered the mouth of the monster to transfer the worms. So I was like, that's right. I remembered the dance. I was like, why are they doing this dance?
I don't know the whole story, but I will say this real quick. When you talk about a pot of cicadas and worms, the meaning that they killed the monster before, I don't see it that way. The pot of cicadas that he drew, we seen Kenny have that same boiling pot on his stove before the hot one jumped out and burnt his skin, right? So I would think that pot would more reference that more than anything else, because we've seen a pot of cicadas in the show from Kenny, and then the hot one came out the pot and burnt his skin. While it was supposed to be a dream, but he still had the same scar from there. So if it was going to be a pot of cicadas, to me, I would think that it would mean that more than that means they killed one of these monsters in the past.
But what would it mean, Tony, if this is a repeated attempt by the townspeople to? I mean, it seems like these things come in cycles. Remember what the bartender said? Yep. He says he's known lots of people with great ideas on how to get out of here. Mm-hmm. They all end up at the bar. And it made me wonder how many times or how many attempts they've been made to escape. And Martin himself was apparently looking for a way of escape, and he ended up where he ended up. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe some of these same attempts and some of these same efforts, Boyd finding animals for food and all that, them farming and all that, if other periods, the same thing happened and it resulted in the same thing.
It could be.
What do you think, Tony, about the possibility that this has happened before?
I think
And that's what I wanted to ask you.
I think that a lot of it probably did happen before. I've said it before that I believe that that they reset everybody when they drown the tub. I'm the tub. Jesus Christ, what am I talking about? They drown the town. And drown the tub. They drown the town when they want to reset it. They do the flood and they kill everybody with the flood. And then they reset the people in there and do it again. I think that's why the water, when Tabitha was inside the cave, she said specifically, "Where's this water coming from?" And I think that's where the water is coming from. They use that water. They start pouring water out of that hole, and it drowns the town. So I do believe that. As for other people like doing things to get out, I'm sure they have done it, and I'm sure they've been unsuccessful, but they haven't died doing it because he says they always wind back out in there. I do believe that Boyd was the one who found the talismans. I don't know if they had talismans back before Boyd found them. I have no evidence whether they had those before they found them and then they just set them back in there. I don't know, because it's from when Boyd got there. Before that, no one had the talismans and they were all hiding underground and stuff. So that may be different. As for the animals, Boyd seemed to be the person who found the goats and found the animals out there. So I don't know if they had animals like that before out there. Because when Donna and all of them were there, they didn't have those things until Boyd got there and found them, and they were there for a while before he got there. So I do think that they do the test of this matter over again, but I don't know if the exact same things have happened. I don't know if anyone else has had worms in their body like Boyd had and was able to kill one of those creatures. Because even when the creatures were there, they seemed shocked looking at Smile Monster down there, like they've never seen a creature dead before, the way they were looking at him. And then they walked away. So to me, I think that was the first time one of those creatures got killed.
Yeah, but this cycle of people, they're brand new to everything. But if there were other cycles previous to that, it makes sense. And then it makes me wonder if maybe this is a simulation.
Yeah,
I was on the fairies. I was really hoping for magic and fairies because I love fantasy. But it's beginning to seem like if it's on repeat, maybe Jim has a point, and maybe this is a simulation. So that's all I wanted to ask. Thank you, Tony, and I'll go ahead and hang up now so somebody else can call.
Thank you for the call. Please call back. Yeah, simulation is could be. I can't tell you that it's not. We talked about that from the beginning of this video. That's the first thing we started talking about, simulation in dreams. It easily could be that. I will tell you for a fact, and I'm going to tell you, and I know there's a lot of people who want this magic thing to pan out. It's not going to be magic. I promise you that. I promise you it won't be magic. It won't have anything to do with magic when it's all said and done. Not that that's what I want. This from what I've seen, it just is not going to be at all. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm sorry, Julia, that I messed up your name in the video. But you know I'm talking about you, goddammit. You know I was talking about you. And then yeah, you can if you watch Real Enigma Theories video, see I thought of that theory on the spot. That's how my mind works, right? You hear things, you hear. That's why you got to have people kicking things around. Once she said that about where they were at, and then once she said the ambulance, it all just clicked in my head. Everything else just clicked in my head that this Tabitha's getting back and all that. 708, let's go.
Call from
Chicago.
What's going on? You rocking with the Don Tony Teflon?
Hey, what up, Tony? Man, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Chilling. What's going on?
Chilling over here too, man. I got a couple questions for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, I wanted to ask you first before I got into finishing when I called that day. What aliens do you speak of? Because me and you, I believe, are on the same page. What aliens are conducting these experiments there? What are the names of these aliens, and who are these aliens, and where they're from?
You're asking me for the names of the aliens race that's conducting these experiments?
You can give me the race. You can give me a name. You can give me one of their counterparts. It doesn't matter.
I'm not an alien expert where I know all alien races and alien names. I can't tell you if it's Klingons or Greys or anything else like that, or green ones. I can't give you that, bro. I mean, I'm just gonna give you aliens, meaning they ain't from the earth. I can't give you a specific creed of alien that is actually performing this experiment.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna now what I want to ask. We'll go back to your faraway trees. Earlier in the live, you were talking about the faraway trees, how they're portals, and that could be technology.
Yes.
Okay, so when I was talking to you guys the other couple of days ago, I was telling you that all the mythologies are combined into one, at least three of them. And if you go and look at the mythologies of Norse and Greek and stuff like that, them trees are portals. For example, it's the Norse tree Yggdrasil is the tree you go to in order to go to different realms.
Yes.
And in different mythologies, they're called different things. So that I believe that's what the trees are. But technology-wise, see, when I was talking about the Sumerian gods and the Anunnaki a couple of days ago, they're the ones that came down and started the original Garden of Eden. And those are your Sumerian gods, Enki and Lil and Nigashina, Anu, all those guys from up there. And they come from the 9th, 10th dimension. Okay? And all these creatures and these aliens they look different. They don't look the same. But they're the originators that came down here to mine and clone people, to mine gold for them, for their planet. Okay? They're the ones that built the moon, because the moon was a landing station. The Igigi were the ones, the Anunnaki means the ones that came from above. So I'm just going to call them Anunnaki.
So you're telling me that this is got to do with the Mayans and that
everything, every single mythology is combined, just changed differently. You know what I mean? They're all based on the same people. They're all based on the same, just called different. And
yeah, listen, if you want to say it's the Anunnaki and all that, I can't tell you specifically. I just got to keep it as alien. I can't tell you if it's Anunnaki or this, that, and I don't know.
Well, the aliens are the Anunnaki are the aliens in the biblical Bibles and the Quran, and those are the ones that came down here and started, tinkering with our DNA.
Yes.
And then the Garden of Eden was a laboratory for cloning, and they cloned all these people in the beginning, but they all came out bad, and so they made the perfect man, which was Adapa. Now, all those creatures that they made that were messed up, those are what you call the cryptids and the monsters of mythology. Every single one of them.
All right, let's bring it in the From though.
Now,
From what does this have to do with what's going on?
Because From is playing a game. They're playing a game in From with witches, deities, and all these people. Okay, so Taryn was saying that one was split, like Victor was split into one because they didn't have enough players. All these guys are the deities we're talking about that are playing this game. They're using these people as avatars, and they're playing this game in From.
So all right,
wanting these experience to test stuff.
From what I remember of Terrance's theory, and I don't want to put words in the man's mouth because I don't remember. He's saying that there's a witch and there's someone else, and they actually and they're playing like a card game. And in this tarot card game, these people are trapped inside of this game.
Correct. They're all stuck in that game. And then he has the Bridget of York character coming down, becoming a nun with a baby and all that stuff. So basically how all this turns up, and when it very first started with these people, they changed different names and migrated. In the 1500s, the land that we know as Earth right now was all united into one big piece of land. They all migrated, and after a civil war, changed their names, changed their mythologies, and went all the way all over the globe. And that's how we ended up getting here.
I'm cool. All right, that I'm cool with that. In the end, because I have other calls coming in, I'm not connecting what this has to do with the people in this From world. Is this an experiment?
They're the avatar for the experiment. They're all avatars for these beings. These beings know how to come back and reincarnate but they use different bodies.
All right, so all right. Let me say it so that let me make sure I understand. So you're saying that these beings, the Anunnaki, the witches, and all that, are actually reincarnated themselves into Boyd and all these other people that are in the town?
No, they're bringing the people into time and putting their essence in them.
They're bringing
all the people they're bringing in are either battered, broken, about to die, trying to fix something, or dead, pretty much.
All right,
and they're using
these witches and Anunnaki are taking their physical essence and putting them inside of these people and using them for like avatars, like puppets.
Correct. Just like in Egyptian mythology, they used to reincarnate into different beings. They're doing it.
All right.
And the same thing with,
But what's the end game for them then?
The end game right now is for Donna to get out, waiting for her son back, and for the main witch to get her vessel. There's a witch waiting for her vessel. One's trying to save her son, and all of them are cursed. And this explains all the curses from Canadian mythology, all the ones from Indian, American, Native American mythology is part of it, and all that stuff. It's all combined.
Like I said, I listen. You can hit me up on Facebook or my email, and I will have you on. I'll let you describe the whole thing. And I'll give you a full hour on it, and you can describe everything. You can write it down, get it right there, and we can talk it.
On Facebook, you're called the Don or Tony or
Teflon TV.
Teflon TV. I got you, bro. I got
all
you.
Right.
I'll hit you up.
All right, my brother.
All right, take it easy, bro.
All right, one. Yeah, listen. In the end, I can't tell you the alien social security number. What kind of alien? I can't tell you that shit. Yeah, there's too much. In the end, when it comes down to this, and I can't tell you. Listen, it could be the Anunnaki. It could be all that. That still supports my theory, so it's all good. What race they are? I can't go with that. 868.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
What's going on, man?
Yo, I think the previous caller was having some much stronger hookah than I am, because that was mind blowing. That was all of the episodes of Ancient Aliens in one little 10.
I think what happens, KP, is that I think I think people call up sometimes they may be nervous a little bit, and they're trying to get all that information out and not putting it out as concise as they really can. Like in their head, it makes a little more sense because they have it concisely, but maybe when he gets on the phone call, he wants to get everything out real quick. So he's just saying boom, 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 and not laying it down the way he needs to lay it down. That's why I would give him more of an hour, to come on here and then lay it down fact after fact after fact in a row and everything else. So I give him that.
For me, I would say I pretty much get what he's talking about. Like all of these gods, Zeus and Poseidon and Baal and whomever, like that. Like you read the book or seen the show American Gods by Neil Gaiman. If you haven't, basically it is like all of the old gods, like the Norse mythology gods, Thor and Odin and whatnot, and gods like Anansi, the African thing, and other gods from the east. Now those are the old gods, and they're in a battle with the new gods, and the new gods are things like technology and internet and like social media and whatever. And so these gods, yes, they are physically fighting with one another from time to time, but the actual fight is them influencing people in the world to do certain things that result in more and more people praising them, because the more people that praise the god, the stronger the god gets. So like he was trying to say that these gods in that situation have chosen these particular people and they put their essence inside of like Boyd and inside of Kenny and whatnot, and they're all trying to win this game using this particular talent. As you know, so like Dionysus, the god of wine, he might do some weird shit and get people drunk. Like, you know, Ares might do some weird shit and get people to start a war. Or and like it seems as though each person doesn't know who they know that, okay, I know I'm Thor, but I don't know who Freya is, and I don't know who Aphrodite is, and I have to kind of guess. So like I might have somebody who's being real nice to me, and I think, okay, that has to be Aphrodite, but really and truly it's Mars. And like Mars is a woman. So it even fucks you up even more.
I think that when it comes, I think like,
yeah.
And I told Taryn this before, and I say it again. I think what happens is that people, and I think Taryn is his thing is that he's a writer. I'm a writer. He's a writer. In the book, you can make a plot like that in the book.
Correct.
But
yeah,
because you can't make a plot like that on a television show that everyone has to follow. It's too much. And I think that's what it is. I think that's the problem. I think a lot of that theory that the guy was saying, and Percy and Taryn, and I got love for them all and everything else, and I respect all of them saying. I think that it's just too much, that they're asking too much for a television show.
They're asking too much from simple writers who are writing for a majority simple crowd. As deep as some people might want to get, 95% of people won't get to be as deep as this 11 o'clock at night talking nonsense about this same show. Most people are just going to watch it. Oh, that was cool. Oh, did you see that? Like, oh, yeah, that was interesting when that guy did that thing, huh? And that's kind of it for them on that show whenever that's playing. So, like I said, I believe Taryn especially, I think, is a brilliant, creative mind. And I want him to write that story, but that's not the story. And like the whole thing with our other caller just now, again, I think he is conflating a bunch of things and creating a mythology inside of a show that we don't even know if a mythology or a pantheon of gods even really exists. But he's already created the pantheon, and the pantheon, they've caught these people, now they're putting their essence in these people, and they're playing this little game.
Yes, and it's too much. That's just way too
much.
The people are saying you sound like you're talking on Jim's radio, KP. It's all staticky and shit. All right, let me get this last couple of calls because I'm leaving in like for 10 minutes. So let me get as I can.
Yeah, man. I have to go pick somebody up by the spot too. So yeah, y'all have a good night, and we'll see what From brings us.
All right, bro. One. Yeah, I would say, and I don't mean this in a bad way. And so I don't want anyone to take it like I'm saying anything personally about them. But when I make theories and I come up with stuff, the best thing that's always worked for me is the one adage: keep it simple, stupid. That's it. That's what I do. Anything. Like when I came with the tab, keep it simple. And that's what I think. This is 401.
Call from
Julie.
What's going on? You rock with the Don Tony Teflon.
Hi, Tony. It's Julie.
What's going on, Jules?
Not much. I was just, I wasn't like, moaning and complaining that you messed up my name a little bit. I was just, you weren't. It's cool. It's all right.
I'm sorry that I did mess it up. I know people in the chat teasing me over. I'm sorry. I just said Julia. I should have said Julie, but I'm sorry. It's close.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You credited me. It's close enough. It's all good. And I mean, yeah, it was pretty surreal actually. I had never even presented. I've been on Reels Lives actually multiple times over the last few months as a guest on his panel, just me and him, and but it's different just going back and forth with him and having discussions versus actually presenting a theory. That was the first time he gave me the floor to just present a theory that I came up with. And then you popped in and I was like, oh, that's really because I just wasn't, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, so yeah, if I seemed nervous, that was why. But yeah, I just, got a little stage fright. I mean, you've been nothing but kind to me though from the beginning, and I appreciate
Well,
it. I really do.
you did a great job, and you do a great job and everything. You're a very nice person, so you don't have nothing to be nervous about.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was a little nervous anyway, just because I never presented a theory like that. And then, just the added, just having two YouTubers on there at once was just like, oh, okay. Now I really have to perform. But yeah, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure talking to you, being on the same stream as you. And I gotta admit, I am not one to cling on to a specific theory if there's other evidence that comes up. And it looks like, it appears based on those descriptions, that maybe your take on my theory, your alternate version, might be right. That's what it's looking at. That's what it's looking like. I
think it is. It's just really because of the title of the episode, right? That's what really pushes it over the edge for me. In the end, when I first read it and I didn't read the title and I said, oh, listen, I was clinging that it was, but I was saying it looks like maybe I was wrong. But once I read the title of the episode, then that was it for me. That's when I knew it has to be that she's coming back in that ambulance. That's how she's going to get back in there.
Yeah, that logic, it just makes sense to me. The title of that, There and Back Again. Yeah, I see. The only issue that I had with that, and I told you this at the time, actually, in real stream, literally the only issue I had with it was there's just been so much buildup for Tabitha escaping. All of us just speculating what's going to happen, what is she going to discover, and it worries me to have her coming back so soon. We need this to actually have a good payoff. We need her to find something really substantive while she's out there.
It says it, right, that she makes a major discovery.
Right. See, that reassures me now that I read that.
So she's going to make that discovery, and then she's got to come back because you can't stay out there, right? So she's got to make the discovery and then come back with the information. So she makes it in episode 3. Now she's back in episode 4.
Right.
And then that's it. What's to say right here, episode 3. Let me read the details again. It says Tabitha makes a mind-bending discovery, in episode 3. So then she's back in episode 4. So I would figure that discovery's got to be in the basement somewhere. There's something in there she's going to discover. And that she's going to get bagged up and go to, and they're going to try to transport her back to the hospital. And I think that, that's going to be that opportunity to snatch her up and bring her back to Frumville.
Yeah. I mean, it's so soon. I can't believe that's what it's looking like. I mean, it damn well better be mind bending and really useful is all I got to say.
Mind bending. Is what they use. The word is mind bending discovery. So something that is inconceivable to the mind at the time. And it can't. I think Victor. That's going to be Victor's father. Would that be considered mind bending? It has to be something else. Something else besides Victor's father. That would be I found Victor's father. He's alive, but something mind bending would have to be something a little bit more than that.
Absolutely. That's the thing. I know a lot of us have been hoping that she would meet Tabitha. I'm really starting to worry not Tabitha, that she would meet Eloise. And I'm worried that Eloise is going to be dead.
I don't think it doesn't seem like it's happening. And unless that's the discovery, but they haven't, said anything about Eloise or the father or anything like that. It's quite possible it could be, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be like that.
Yeah, I've had this theory that basically Eloise, I'm sure she wasn't even part of the plan in season 1. Victor wasn't even supposed to survive that season. And I think when they decided to keep him, they wrote in this, now he suddenly has a forgotten sister in season 2, just forgetting a whole sister. They added her in. I've had this theory that basically she's kind of a Chekhov's gun. She's a plot device, something for Tabitha to, to go looking for, or, something on the outside that Tabitha can go and find something useful about. And so, yeah, we were all speculating that she's going to meet Eloise, but what I'm thinking is she'll at least find something related to Eloise, some kind of clue in Henry's basement, something like that. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah,
to me.
it seems like that. Victor, next episode is Victor must make a painful reminder about his past. I mean, what's the painful reminder? His sister's dead too? I mean, what's the reminder that's painful that he has to make? That he has to make Victor must face a painful reminder of his past.
Yep.
Did his sister not make it? Did he see his sister go out there and she died also there? Did she not make it in the tree? Did he suppress the memories of his sister dying, or did he do something to cause his sister to die? To save himself and everything. You see him inside that bunker, his clothes are clean. Then when you see him come out, them shit's as dirty as hell. Did he actually go out after it and then she do something and then he die for it, or she push him in the tree or something and then she dies too, and that's what the painful thing that he has to remember it is.
Yeah, it could be any of those things. I mean, she I don't know. I mean, we never heard what happened to her. She might have died before she even made it out, and he suppressed that, or more likely, I think what happened is she made it out. She painted all that stuff in Henry's basement, and Tabitha will come back with information about that and kind of tell him what happened with his sister and the sad end that she probably met out there. So that's what I'm guessing that's going to be. But yeah, I mean, these are really revealing synopses and titles. I can't believe, I can't even believe that they're going to most likely bring her back that soon. But yeah, it's gonna screw up a lot of people's theories.
Yeah, episode 5, Tabitha tries to adjust to her new surroundings. It sounds like it could be something that she gets bagged up in, but I think adjust to a new surroundings would be what happened in the town, her new place that she's back in there. And she's trying to adjust being back after being out in the real world and stuff. I think that, and then they don't mention Tabitha again at all for the rest of the season in any of these things.
Yes, and I think that wording, new surroundings, is purposefully misleading. It makes it sound as if she's still out there. Yep. That's what all of us were saying. That's why I was saying, maybe I'm right. But then, you pointed out the title, There and Back Again. What else could that mean? What else could that mean other than that she's coming back?
I think that,
I gotta say I'm with you on that.
And that one is called The Light of Day is the name of this episode. The Light of Day is this episode here. Boyd struggles to keep the town safe as the residents begin to question his judgment. So Boyd must do something or think of something crazy to do, and people aren't with him doing it. And then it says, let me go back. It says on episode, I think episode 6, it says, Fatima and Ellis make a decision about her pregnancy. Boyd fears. Randall opens up with fear. Where is the one where they try to talk him out of it? Was that episode 4? They tried to talk him out of it. There and back. Forced to make a tough decision. No, it's not 6. Light of Day. Scar tissue. Is that it? Fatima and Ellis make a big decision about her pregnancy. Boyd fears for the future of his family. Tensions rise in the Matthews house. Randall opens up to Marielle about his fears. Not a lot there, but then one of these episodes it says that Boyd makes a decision, some type of decision to do something. Did they say what's the exact words that they say? We'll pull them all up real quick. It must be before that. I want us.
Yeah, I'm
Episode
trying to find it
2,
too.
is it? Let's see. The boy struggles to find the path.
Oh yeah,
Which one is it?
yeah. Episode 3. Donna and Ellis try to talk Boyd out of a dangerous plan.
Yeah, and this episode is called Mousetrap, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So a dangerous plan. Tabitha makes a mind themselves, and then after that, Mousetrap. I mean, we've all played the game Mousetrap. Now, who's the mouse and what's the trap? Dangerous decision, and it's saying that it's Boyd's plan, so he must be setting the mouse trap if it's his plan.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one thing to catch in there, and that would be one of these creatures, and it's saying dangerous.
Yeah.
So I would think here that Boyd must be wanting to catch one of these motherfuckers.
About damn time. Right?
I mean, that's all I could see being Boyd. Ellis tries to talk Donna and Ellis, so two people are trying to talk him out of a dangerous plan. It's his plan. It's dangerous. It's called Mousetrap. He must be setting the trap. There's nothing else to capture out here but those creatures. And it must be Boyd is trying to catch one of these nightmare creatures in this episode, or comes up with a plan to do it.
Yeah. You know, that's what it sounds like.
And then it says that people are trying to. It says that people are trying to question his leadership after that another episode. So it must not go well. Something must happen where now people are questioning him being a leader because he tried to do something that must not go the way he wants it to go.
Yeah. And he can't even blame the bloodworms this time for fucking up his judgment. You know, like now what are you going to blame? You know, season 2 he was fucked up the whole time. So yeah. I don't know what that's about, but it doesn't sound like we're getting an accelerated pregnancy either. Like a lot of us were.
They say that they make a decision about her pregnancy in the end. So I think they're gonna try to abort it. I mean, that's all I can see them doing. Right? What decision would you make at this point? And you say her and Ellis make a decision. Something's going on. Dan is saying they get ambushed. It can't be that because the episode is called Mousetrap, and it's saying it's Boyd is the one who came up with this plan and stuff. So I don't see the ambush happening then. Ambush is going to happen in the first couple of episodes because it says in the first couple of episodes here that they're burying someone from the town, which I think it's got to be Miss Lou. What do you think about that? You think that has to be her, right? There's no way around that now, right?
I think it has to be Mrs. Lou. It has to be. And the thing that just made it ironclad for me is I'm sure you probably noticed this already at the front of the church. It's very hard to see, but at the front of the church where the altar is, there's a memorial area that's exactly like the altar for Mrs. Lou's husband in her house. There are 2 candles. There's a plate in the middle, and there's a picture that we can't quite make out, but we can just tell that whoever it is has dark hair. I mean, who else could it be?
Yeah,
that's what sealed it for me.
Yeah,
who else could it be?
It has to be. There's no way it's not. There's no. Path for the town.
No,
it says Boyd struggles to find a path forward as the town says farewell to one of its own. That's not a random person saying one of their own. This is a person, if you wanted to say Christy is one of their own, 100%. It's not Sarah. It's not good. One of their own means this is someone that the whole town is going to respect and care about. And in the end, who cares about them more than the woman who's cooking them breakfast every day?
Exactly. Yeah, and you've got little Ethan walking up to the altar, holding a blanket. We know he's attached to Mrs. Lou.
She gave him a blanket. She gave him a blanket. And that's when they moved in there. She gave to. I bet you it's that blanket that he gave him. She's holding the blanket. I bet it's the blanket that he gave him. Yeah, it's her. That's done. I don't even think that's. I don't think that's a debate anymore. I'm
No,
I'm
no,
undebating that. That's not a debate anything. I don't
no.
think that's
She's
what it
as
is.
good as gone. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna suck though. Don't
Listen,
want to see it.
I can still be wrong. It may not go down the way. I mean, it seems that way, but again, I never get too confident because I've seen it turn in different ways. It may be something else. Who knows? We'll see and everything else. But I think what is this threshold one is the last one we get that actually gives us something when they say
Mhm.
accusations start flying and truths come to light in the
Mhm.
aftermath of a tragedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accusations start flying. So people are blaming other people about this tragedy. And
Right.
truths come to light, meaning that this could be the mole episode. Like this could
Ooh.
be the mole.
Yeah.
Like they start
It could be.
figuring out something happened. Someone got too
Yeah.
cocky, they get caught, and then the truth starts to come light that someone in here is a fucking mole. And this is what the mole episode is right here.
That very well could be. Yeah. I mean, and I've been expecting some kind of a coup at Colony House anyway, with the food running out, and yeah, I can see it becoming total chaos. And yeah, that could be a mole reveal. I've been on the fence and back and forth about whether there's a mole, but I mean, yeah, if there is a mole, yeah, I agree with what you've said. It would be Donna, and so that should be interesting. I think a lot of people's theories are gonna finally be either validated or ruled out this season, for real. Like,
Yeah, so let me see. It says Lauren says they're blaming Boyd for messing up the mousetrap. Now that was episodes before they do that, right? So two episodes before they start questioning Boyd's leadership, and then in this episode they're saying accusations start flying, which means they're accusing somebody of something, right? Accusations. Someone's getting accused, like you did this, you did. Boyd would be. They wouldn't be accusing him of doing that. They would be like, yo, that
right.
was a stupid plan. Accusing someone is like, you did this. This was
Yeah.
you're behind this shit. You have
Yeah.
something to do with that. You know what I mean? And that's if you want a shirt like this, you can buy it off of me. I sell this is one of my shirts I sell. And it says and truths. So multiple truths come to light in the aftermath of a tragedy. So episode 7 has to be a tragedy because that's episode 8. So something must happen in episode 7 that doesn't go their way and they consider it a tragedy. So we'll look at episode 7 and what it says here, and it's called These Fragile Lives. And it says the edges begin to fray as concerns about Fatima's pregnancy deepens. Jade follows a clue trail into the forest. Julie and Randall seek a bit of normalcy. So only thing that it's got, I think Fatima is going to die.
Sounds like it to me.
I think
Yeah.
she dies. That's the tragedy that they're talking about in the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been predicting something is going to happen to her. There's just no way Ellis, and a baby are going to be happy here. This place is not going to allow that. And so I don't know. I don't know about her actually like having some kind of abortion or something. I don't know, but I don't know what other decision that they could be making regarding that. And that was before episode 7 that said that. So she's still pregnant in episode 7 then. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. But it sounds to me like she could go.
It says Fatima's pregnancy deepens, right? So something's going on. And then Jade follows a clue trail into the forest, which I think is going to mean that Christy is going to get captured in that bear trap. And this is Jade when he has her hat on and he's out in there. I think this is the clue trail he's following to try to find her. And find out what's going on with her. Julie and Randall seek a bit of normalcy. It must be crazy shit going on, and they must just say we need some type of normal situation just to get normal.
That's a weird one. Like you were saying, I don't know what the hell that.
Yeah, I
could
don't
mean.
have no connection between those two. Why they would put those two together? We don't hear anything about
Yeah.
Sarah in any of these things. Nothing about Sarah. Not one
Yeah,
thing
that's
about
interesting. Yeah. And yeah, that seems to be the episode where Jade is going to see that, what I think is a vision, the guy drinking from the skull. It's got to be a vision.
Well, we'll
So
see.
he'll see that.
Well, I don't know if it's vision, but we'll see. He's gonna see that person.
We'll see, but come on, that looks like one of, Jade has these historical visions. He saw the Civil War soldier. This dude's wearing like Puritan-looking clothes.
Yep. It does.
It looks like a vision.
It does look like it, but that could be to throw you off. That it's because someone put that trap out there that she gets caught out there. Someone did.
Someone did.
So I mean, he's following the clues and stuff. She's trapped out there somehow, and they're trying to find her. I don't think it's a vision that trapped her. I think it's someone that found her. Maybe that's a vision, or maybe those are other people that are there too, that are living, that been living out there. Again, you heard Martin say there's worse parts than the town itself. A lot of worse stuff out there than the town. These people could be the worst stuff going on out there in the town. So.
Well, here's what I think about that. I think that basically the vision was sort of to slow Jade down in getting help for her. I think someone definitely set that trap, probably somebody from that new village. But I think that vision is meant to fuck with his head. Every time that he's trying to do something that's actually helpful, like when he was trying to set up the radio, he'd get these crazy visions. When they were putting the radio up in the tree, he had this vision that scared the shit out of him. He forgot all about the radio for a while. So I think that he's going to get that vision to try to slow him down from getting her help. But it is going to be Christy in the trap. I mean, did you see that spoiler photo that the Kenny actor posted a few months ago? Then he deleted it.
I did not see it.
He posted something on social media, and it's Kenny and who is it? Kenny and Jade holding somebody up between them, and then he stuck in like some faces on top of the person in between him, and on top of like the area next to Kenny, where the person's arm is. And I think that's to cover up that it's a woman's hand and it's Christy's face in between. And I think they probably told him to take that shit down, because recently it got deleted, but all of us saved it. We've got it. So, I think that shows that they're going to find her out there and save her. So
yeah, they definitely say. Let me take this last question while you're on the phone, because it's asking it for you too. Hey, saying, do you think Christopher is still alive and possibly living in the new village / cannibal vision? Percent wise, what percentage do you give that Christopher's still alive and living in that village?
I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 for me right now. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 60% chance Christopher's still alive. I'm leaning more toward Christopher alive and in that village. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know if he's alive. I'll just stay even 50-50. I had the video I was going to make today is all about Christopher and Jade and everything that's going to happen to him, because I think I know exactly what happened there, and I was going to do that video today, but I got sidetracked, so I couldn't. But I'll drop that video before maybe Saturday morning. I'll get it done and I'll put it out there. But it'll explain everything about Christopher, the visions, and Jade, and everything else that I think is going on there. So I have all that information for. I was going to do it today, but I'll drop it for you Saturday morning and all that stuff. Let me get up out of here. Julie, thank you for calling. I'm just gonna say Jules from now on, so that way I don't mess it up.
Oh, thank you for taking my call. And hey, it was an honor that I could inspire one of your theories. It looks like it's coming true.
I appreciate it. I truly do.
It's cool. It's like we collaborated. I only just discovered the show in March. I'm a brand new fan, and you were the first channel that I found, and I just got hooked. I always watch your live streams, and that's what I mean. So like, I'm not somebody that has this confirmation bias where I hold on to a theory no matter what evidence I see. I will admit, okay, part of my theory I think is right, clearly right. That she's in Camden. The
100%.
ambulance is from Camden, and it says because it says Knox County on it. I mean, it's obvious.
I
right?
told you that night when you said it that's not debatable. That's a theory that you made up. That is 100% right. I said it that night. As soon as I heard it, I know a theory, and I know when things are right or wrong. And as soon as you said it, I said, "That's it. That's done. It's over. There's no need to discuss that anymore. That is what it is."
Well, I appreciate it. I'm new to this stuff now, and you've been in this game a lot longer. So it was cool to get to collaborate with you and help inspire your theory. And yeah, I'm psyched to see how it's going to play out. So yeah, thanks for taking my call, Tony. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Oh, thanks for calling in. Colin, we're gonna have you on soon. I promise you, we'll have you on soon. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am. Under Julie Barbara. Yeah.
Hit me up on Facebook. So that way we can be friends and stuff. And hit me up for real.
Nice.
My real profile, my real name. You know what it is.
Oh, okay. What's that? I'm not sure what that. What do I look up?
Tony Teflon.
Okay.
You'll see.
All right.
Are you friends with Carla Way?
No, I'll have to friend her too.
So you can find me. You can find me. I should do a friends list too. But you'll see Tony Teflon. You should find me on that and hit me up. I'll get you on here.
Oh, it would be an honor, Tony. I would love to be on with you. That would be amazing. Thank you.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Thank you. You as well.
Pete, and that was the great Jules calling in. All right, I think we've got over the limit a little bit. I think we worked a lot of things in there and all that good stuff. Listen, we'll be back. I'll have another stream and we'll go through some more of these things and everything else and all that good stuff. Again, thank you for rocking with me and everything else. Really appreciate it. You know what I mean? And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is.